Let's make some vegetable kebabs with marinated tofu and a spicy peanut dipping sauce. Today's show is brought to you in part by Maiden. Maiden designs professional quality products for the home cook that are used in over 2,000 top-rated restaurants and hotel groups across America, with over 100,000 five-star reviews. Welcome back to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. I'm Jill, and we are going to make these delicious little vegetable kebabs with some marinated tofu. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is marinate your tofu, and this is some extra firm, like high protein type of tofu, so it's really firm. That's going to be a really important tip, because when they go on those skewers and start cooking, if it's not firm enough, it's just going to crumble when you try to turn it. All right, so I marinated this overnight. I sliced it into cubes, and then the marinade is made up of a half cup of water, 2 tablespoons of tamari, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 1 teaspoon of Dijon. And I just mixed it up, threw it all in there, and set it in the fridge overnight. You could do it without doing it overnight, maybe just a few hours. That would probably be good, but I really like to get those flavors soaked in there. The next thing you're going to do while you're prepping your vegetables is soak your skewers. So I've got my skewers soaking here in just a casserole dish, long enough to fit the length of these. And really that just helps them, or it keeps them from burning when you've got them on the grill. All right, so we're going to get rolling here. Get these started. And when it comes to your vegetables, that's completely up to you. I like to have just a broad variety of colors just because they're vibrant, and that's a good way to use up those garden veggies like your zucchini and your tomatoes right now. And you want to chop them into, roughly the same size. See? So that you don't have like huge ones and then little teeny things, because it makes an uneven cook. So we're going to get started. And with your mushrooms, when they're soaked, they go in a little bit easier too. And one tip is to kind of twist the skewer while you're pushing it through, because sometimes those mushrooms want to crack in half. But if you spin that skewer while you're pushing it through, it keeps it from cracking. All right. I'm just doing these kind of random, but you can be kind of artistic doing this. Do the same type, and some pineapple. So I've got pineapple, mushrooms, tomatoes, red bell peppers, and zucchini, and then our marinated tofu, and they are delicious. All right, I'm gonna finish making up these skewers, and then I'll clear this stuff out and we'll make our spicy peanut sauce. While we're waiting for that, I'd like to share some background on our show. The Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show is crowd-funded, which means these free weekly recipe videos, along with our entire catalog of free printable recipes on our website, plantbasedcookingshow.com, and our Plant-Based Cooking Made Easy cookbook series, are all made possible in part by the generous patronage of our supporting membership community. So if you love our recipes, I invite you to join us on our mission to make plant-based cooking easy, and follow the link in the description to become a supporting member today. Okay, so for the spicy peanut sauce, you're going to need 2 tablespoons of peanut butter, and this is just a plain peanut butter, just roasted ground peanuts and a little bit of salt. Then you got 1½ teaspoons of a low sodium tamari, 2 teaspoons of lime juice, ½ teaspoon of smoked paprika, and ½ teaspoon of red pepper flakes. And then 1/4 cup of water. And if you have a runnier peanut butter, you might want to just use just a little bit shy of that 1/4 cup. If your peanut butter is a little bit thicker, then go for the whole. But it's going to look a little bit runny to start with, and as it sits here while we're cooking our other stuff, it's going to thicken a little bit. All right, super simple. All right, I'm going to grab my kebabs and I'll meet you at the griddle. All right, once your griddle is preheated, then it's ready to put our kebabs on. So we're just going to line them up here, get them on the grill. And while these are cooking, I saved the marinade from the tofu, and you need a little basting brush, And while those, every turn or so, you can put a little bit more marinade on there while they're cooking. Let's get these on here. Looks like I'm gonna have just enough to fill my griddle. All right, so while these are cooking, let me tell you a little bit about this made-in carbon steel griddle. The design was inspired by professional kitchen flat tops, so you can see it stretches over 2 of my burners, giving me tons of cooking space. If you watch our show, you know I'm always looking for healthy, non-stick cookware, and this griddle comes pre-seasoned without any toxic chemicals or coatings. It's really versatile too, because it's safe to use over gas burners like I have here, as well as outdoor grills, and even induction and electric stovetops. All right, I'm gonna finish grilling these up, and then I'll meet you at the table for a taste. Okay guys, here we go. So there's a full recipe link in the details below, along with a link to Made in Cookware, the sponsor of the show. But without further ado, let's jump in here. I'm gonna get a little bit of tofu and a little bit of the pineapple, because that is my favorite. I'll dip it in the dipping sauce. Yes. Super simple, super great for summer. Come on back next week for another great recipe.